I met Dr. Ian at the Gluten-Free Vendor Fair this year in Denver. I feel like I finally found the doctor that I'm looking for.
So I was at home one day and I was feeling really down, and I had a friend come over and he said, "Have you ever heard of Karen and Ian at Red Tail Wellness?" Actually, a huge shift happened within my life at that point, because I found out I didn't have Lyme's disease. And in fact, I had celiac.
I had no stamina, body aches, joint pain. Allergies and asthma were through the roof. Food allergies were horrible. I could eat basically chicken and chicken soup.
A lot of issues at my regular doctor, they'd say, "Oh, well, you're just getting older." In talking with Ian at the Boulder Creek Festival, it was very nice because he seemed to really understand. He said, "Yes, I think I can help you." So it was a light in a very dark tunnel.
About a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with celiac disease. I definitely had some brain fog. My whole body felt like it wasn't functioning properly.
I had an imbalance of hormones that Dr. Ian also helped me with, because he kind of talked about functional medicine being the holistic approach, so that there wasn't just one thing wrong, it wasn't just my GI tract, but there were other things going on too.
One of the other tools I think was especially important was the blood work. I think I've never had as thorough blood screening as I did with Ian. We had the follow-up blood work, and that also showed that, yeah, I really am feeling better, and here in black and white is what that translates to.
The traditional medicine world, they're more inclined to write you a prescription and say, "Here's some drug to help you fix your problem." Where Dr. Ian is a lot more open-minded, going through your blood work, but also looks at your nutrition, your diet. He looks at your muscle structure, and he encompasses all of that from a functional medicine perspective, and then is able to, get you a good, well-rounded diagnosis and gets you on the right path that way.
Well, my number one thing, sense of humor. That's huge for me. If a doctor doesn't have a sense of humor, and listen, and that's another thing, he absolutely listens.
You explained exactly what that meant, and the foods that I could and couldn't eat. And when I was struggling to accept that, you slowed way down with me to help me to accept that.
My very first contact with him was through an email, and I basically said, "Look, I feel like you're my last chance." He said, "This is what obviously I need to do some tests, but this is what I think is wrong." And I've seen it before. And so for someone to actually say, I think I know what's wrong with you, made me pick up the phone and make an appointment.
Well, I've been very satisfied with the help I've gotten from Dr. Ian, not only for my stomach, but for just adjusting my hormones, and also finding ways to adjust my cortisol levels so that my body's not thinking that I'm always on the run with the fight or flight, is kind of when cortisol comes into play.
You can't be half-hearted. You really have to say, "I'm going for it, I'm committing," and when you do it, wow. Your body just says, "Thank you, I know what to do now. I will heal."
It would take about 6 months before I felt consistently better. And that's true, it was right around 6 months.
I've seen results within 3 months.
Well, actually, I think I started noticing improvements within 2-3 weeks of seeing Dr. Ian.
Ian is very personable, and he's very positive. He has a great outlook on life, and positivity is definitely contagious.
Absolutely, I would recommend you. And I would recommend you because of your caring and actually your attention to detail.
I would definitely recommend Ian to other people. I trust him so much, I would bring my kids.
I mean, my husband said, "My God, it's like when you were like, not just in your 30s, but in your 20s. I have a life back." It's that simple.
And it's kind of emotional, but my life has been changed by coming here. And I thank you guys so much.